So since I have Build, and since I have Evol, you know I had to get the best Dragon Boy. Hello everyone, this is Inferno Zero, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Cross Evol from Kamen Rider Build and the movie Kamen Rider Cross. Which, you gotta admit, which I want. But first I want to say, I want to move past the box, because just imagine Evol's box, but with blue and red. Like blue instead of red and cross instead of Evol. Wow, wasn't that so quick? And now moving past that, the painting and sculpting on this guy is absolutely amazing. Just like Tamashii Nations, they do an awesome job. This figure looks one-to-one to the form in the movie. And in case you guys don't know who this guy is, or what his motive is, Kamen Rider Cross is the secondary to Kamen Rider Build. He is the idiot muscle brain who always impresses me, and is one of my favorite secondaries ever, because he's an idiot, but he's a lovable idiot. And for this form, he actually fuses with Kamen Rider Evol to fight his Evol's brother Kilbus. And I just gotta say, the design of this looks amazing. They basically just took Evol Phase 4's design and added it to Cross, and that's what I love. The colors look amazing. The blue, the white, the black with the hints of red just pops so well. And just like Evol, you get the nice skirt, but this time it fades from black to blue instead of black to red, which I actually like a little bit more, because this just pops a little more. And just like Evol's, this is soft plastic, which I appreciate, and there is an SHF upgrade to this with a posable cape, but I don't know if I can get it, because I would have to remove the top of this guy, and I don't want to do it, which is in one of the first issues. Now, I'm a fan of this design. I love it. It looks so cool. But having it in figure form is kind of a pain, because he has so much going on the shoulders, which these parts are normal, but for these, it's not. And this kind of gets in the way of posability, which we'll talk about later. And because of all these pointy bits, especially the eyes and the head, it's kind of hard to get a nice hold. It's kind of hard because you might poke yourself, and I will. Even on the arms, you can probably poke yourself. But besides that, the painting and sculpting on these are awesome, and I gotta get points again for the head. They never cease to amaze me on how well they do the heads. And the eyes just look so amazing. And again, just like Evol, the heads are similar, just with some cross detail. And we also get some nice back detail on the back of the helmet. And you see that, if you haven't seen Cross, this piece right here is actually the wings of a dragon, which is nice. And you can also see that his left hand has dragon eyes instead of the right, which I kind of like that. It makes it non-symmetric, which I appreciate. And the details on his chest are amazing, and his driver, like always, wonderfully painted, especially the Muscle Galaxy bottle, which is what he used to transform. This is removable, in case you're wondering, but I don't want to remove it because mine's a little bit too tight in two, and I don't want to break it. And also, another problem is these wing pieces right here get in the way of it, which could lead to paint chipping on the bottle and the wings. So be careful of that. And of course, feet detail, wonderfully one-to-one, just like the show, which is always appreciated. And since we talked about it, let's go over the posability, which will be nice and quick. He got the standard ball joint head and ball joint neck, so he can look all around, although it is limited by this collar piece. These pieces on the shoulders can move up, and these are on a ball and hinge joint, which I just want to say, be careful, because on mine, when I was first trying to figure things out, one of these shoulder pieces popped off, mostly this one. It was a pain getting back on, like it just did now. Oh no. Alright, I fixed it for now, but as you can see, that's one of the problems with the figure. Like, the shoulders are a pain for me, or for my copy. I don't know about any others. Anyway, for like the chest, you can lean back that far and crunch that far, but again, be careful because of the bottle in the wings. So he can't really do it that much. His legs, he can kick that far, and kick back that far, thanks to the soft plastic, which is always appreciated. Again, he has a decent spread, but you can probably get more, but I'm just trying to be careful, because I don't want to break this figure. You get a skirt here and a skirt here. You get a rotation at the thigh, or swivel, a double jointed knee. Oh, by the way, I missed the arm. The arm is like on a double hinge joint, but because of the bicep, this is quite limited compared to the other figures, so just be wary of that. Both sides, in case you're wondering. Anyway, double jointed knee. You get some rotation at the foot, some up and down, a pivot, and a toe bend. So overall, the Prince of Protein has okay articulation. The upper torso could have been better with the arms and shoulders, but that kind of but I kind of give a pass to it because the designers probably had a hard time trying to make a posable figure with big shoulder pieces and these parts sticking out. And to accommodate for this articulation, you do get some accessories, but in the movie he never came with any weapons, so you kind of like Evol, you just get some hands. Which, in my opinion, is alright, because Cross doesn't really need weapons, because he will punch and beat the living out of his enemies. Because, well, no one can stop him now. For hands, you get the normal closed hands, which he already has one attached, and I do not want to pop that off for this review. You get the open hands, which, again, another one is already attached, but I don't want to take off. You get a pair of grabby hands, which he does have weapons in the show, such as the magma knuckle and his twin and two other weapons for Krau's charge, which I might or might not get, and his other weapon, which I forgot to name. So it's nice to have the option, have the hands for that. And finally, you get a special right hand, which, like Evol and Build, can be used so he can crank the lever on his build driver, which is always appreciated. Gives us more picture options. And for size comparisons, here we have it next to Kamen Rider Build. And of course, one of the best villains, Kamen Rider Evol Black Hole form. So as you see, he is similar to both. He does have he has some parts of Build and parts of Evol, which I do appreciate. And to get like a little bit more of a size comparison, here's a Funko. That works. Overall, this is a great figure. Like, besides the issues with the shoulders, I still highly recommend it to anyone who's a fan of Build, fan of Cross, fan of just, or fan of awesome secondary riders. And anyway, that will be it for my review today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Inferno Zero signing out.